Breaking new information on a standoff and hostage situation we've been following in Troy since late last night. Two people inside a Stewart's were held by a person armed with a knife, a weapon. Everyone eventually got out okay, but the store is also back open as well. But now we're hearing from the hostage negotiators who talked the suspect down during that scary situation. Dan Levy is live in Troy. Dan, what have we learned today?
Well, good evening, Sabrina. I think what we learned is that Troy's mandatory policy to implement training for police officers so that they could handle individuals in mental health crisis paid big life-saving dividends here in this store last night. They were convenient skills to possess during a very dangerous convenience store standoff. It was just after 11 o'clock Thursday night when the Stewart's parking lot at Vandenburgh and Campbell Avenue in Troy turned into a dangerously active crime scene.
They crashed the car through the front, so that alone must have been shocking. That's like a movie.
Tavel Harris lives nearby, and fortunately, Troy police officer William Fitch was patrolling nearby when the 911 call came in.
So when I arrived there, I could see through obviously the damage through the front door that he had one of the store managers with a weapon to his throat. So it was very real danger at that point.
As it turns out, two Stewart's employees were being held hostage by a mentally disturbed man armed with a pair of scissors.
In my career, and Officer Fish's career, we've never actually been in that situation at that time where, you know, this is the real thing.
Almost 1 hour after the real thing began, Laviano and Fitch convinced the suspect to release the hostages.
Our police department has interactions with people who are in emotional or mental crisis all the time.
Mindful of that reality, all Troy police officers are now required to undergo special training to deal with folks in mental health crisis.
We often forget that we're there to serve both the person who is feeling threatened and the person who is threatening.
We don't really know what the outcome is going to be. You know, we're hoping and praying that everything turned out the way that it did, but then we just trust in our training.
The appreciation seems to be growing in the community.
Could you imagine the world or the country without police? Could you imagine what it would be? It would be the Wild West.
Well, tonight, that suspect still undergoing mental health evaluation. Police tell me that there could be charges pending, or there are charges pending. This store, after being repaired this morning, was reopened around noontime today. Live in Troy with coverage you can trust. Dan Levy, News Channel 13. Sabrina, back to you.
Dan, thank you for that update.